Om Shanti, friends. I am Mallory, and I would like to share a grounding meditation practice with you today. The first thing we'll need to do before we start the practice is to find a posture that works for you today. This could look like Sukhasana easy pose, sitting on the ground cross-legged, perhaps putting a bolster or some blankets underneath the sit bones. This could also look like sitting in a chair, like I am right now, with our feet planted firmly on the ground beneath us. If it's more comfortable to be in a reclined or a supine position, you're more than welcome to take this as well, perhaps with a blanket or a pillow behind the head for support. Then once we have that set up, we need to take into account what we're going to do with our eyes. You are more than welcome to keep them open. A soft gaze towards the floor is completely fine, or if you are supine, towards the ceiling. You are also welcome to close the eyes completely or use an eye pillow to block out the light. Now, once you have all of these things set up, we'll go ahead and get started. I have incorporated an inner resource sankalpa at the beginning of this meditation, taken from the teachings of I Rest Yoga Nidra meditation. Know that all of the guidances and cues in this meditation are optional, and if it makes you uncomfortable in any way, please know that you can just let this practice go. So once you've found your comfortable posture, I invite you to soften your gaze or even close the eyes completely if that feels comfortable for you. Perhaps allowing the mind to be present in the body, noting any sensations that may arise. Seeing if there are any movements you could make at this moment to make yourself feel 5 to 10% more comfortable. And if you'd like, take just a moment to consider your inner resource. An inner resource is your inner sanctuary of well-being, ease, and serenity. If you'd like, you can begin by calling to mind an image or a memory that invokes a felt sense of security and ease. Perhaps a room surrounded by all of your favorite people, a special place in nature, a picture or a favorite symbol, or simply the felt sense of deep, unshakable peace. What does this inner resource look like to you? In this place, you can be yourself without masks or worry. In this place, there is nothing to become and there is nothing to accomplish. You can be just as you are. And as this rough draft of your inner resource begins to emerge, imagine it engaging all of your senses, noticing the sounds, the smells, the tastes, noticing the colors and the shapes that are present. And as you do this, note in your body where you feel warm and relaxed. Anchor into this secure place of peace and watch as it spreads throughout your whole being. At any point during our meditation today, or even in your everyday life, you can return to your inner resource, this timeless place of unshakable peace that exists in you. And from this place within you, notice how its ease begins to allow your body to soften its shape. Perhaps feeling into the points where you are touching the earth beneath you. Maybe that's your heels or your feet, your glutes, the back, or maybe even your head. Simply noting these places of connection. And as you begin your descent into stillness, notice how the earth begins to hold you, support you. Drawing our attention down into the breath. Feel the air as it travels in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, perhaps bringing with it your inner resource. And exhale, softening into the surface beneath you. A couple more times, just like this. Inhaling stillness. Exhale, completely surrendering to the pull of gravity. And in this stillness, begin to visualize small roots releasing from you down into the surface below. With each breath, let these roots penetrate deeper and deeper into the earth's surface. Slowly making their way through the crust, taking your time, noticing your penetrating depth as you breathe through the earth's mantle. The outer core, the inner core, and all the way to the molten center of the earth. And once you arrive, if it feels right, you can begin to visualize your root wrapping around the core of the earth, firmly taking hold. How does it feel? Maybe grounding or stable, or perhaps it's heavy and uncomfortable. Whatever sensations arise, simply notice. And when you're ready, you can set those sensations down and begin to follow the breath back up through the earth, through the layers, all the way up to the surface. Breathing into those spaces between the floor and your flesh. Breathing up into your trunk and the limbs of your body. and taking a step into your mind's eye. Here you can begin to see your tree grow and take shape. What does it look like? Feel like? Is there a forest canopy of leaves protecting you? Are you a strong oak, solid and mighty? Or do you have long palm branches that bend and sway with the winds of change? Notice your leaves, the shapes, colors, textures, and smells. Simply bear witness. And as you're ready, bring your awareness back to the in breath and the out breath. Each one serves to feed your earthly connection, your roots. Each breath serves to feed your body, the trunk of your tree. And each breath serves to feed your mind, your branches and your leaves. Take a moment to surrender to Earth's intelligence and rest in her stillness. You can stay here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can come back and see if you don't rise up more rooted like a tree. Om Shanti.